Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We had a little problem there. We got cut off in between the recording. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. And we were talking about how this next, how we're going to record about 4 new songs. 4 new songs because hopefully 4 new songs anyway. If I heard anything original to sing anyway. I was doing really well. I was halfway through a song and the video cut off because I ran out of memory. Alhamdulillah. I'm always trying to retrace my steps rather than carrying on with what I'm doing. Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له. I'm not your shepherd, leading you to greener pastures. I watch over you and listen. This is the moment when a bird flew, when I fed it a chip. I could ask why. Maybe because our potato farms be covered in feces, or my hands may have been unclean. But I cannot control the bird's reaction, nor anything. I'm not a tyrant. I'm a terrorist. I fear God and His retribution in the afterlife, which is eternal. Whereas His white supremacist bastards expect us to fear Satan's illusions. When we have faith in God who guides us from the depths of darkness into light, to stay calm and carry on. I implore God every day, throughout the day, when I can't expect to be tested, when I can't expect to be tested by my own capabilities, or when I foresee some danger arising, I observe the contact prayer and give the obligatory charity. Driving God's cause. It is in English who invented the word God. You certainly did not invent the word definition for a submitter for the word Muslim in Arabic. It's simply by spying on the Messiah, son of David, who wrote the history that they're able to see right from wrong. Proper English writing, because those who disbelieve in God, God appoints devils who teach them science, the term for knowledge, and they become aware of the rebellion of Satan, take up false gods, disguise the satanic claim there can be another God who is God. Shepherd, but you spy on me for that reason. I only bear witness to La ilaha illallah, there is no other God beside God. Whereas the disbelievers think time is now, whereas the submitters have faith, time is in the future, and God's recompense is amazingly better than this lowly life. Surah 2, verse 104. O you who believe, do not say Ra'ina, be a shepherd. Instead you should say Unzurna, watch over us and listen. The disbelievers have incurred a painful retribution. Peace, a submitter. It was a bit dodgy, that performance, I thought. Bismillah. Well, I've done that one then. I'm not your shepherd, it's called. Or should we call it I'm not a tyrant. I am not a tyrant. I am a terrorist. You know what I mean? Because if you look at the history of prophets and messengers, and the always says and usually people reject them because they're so eluded by Satan's illusions and Satan's temporal God status that they reject the messengers and they expect us all, and they're fooled to believe that all are the same. All of us are corrupted by the same winning ideas, winning souls ideas, rather than loving God. And instead, what happens is not all are, all are in submission to God. Only some are rejecting God. This earth has only seen 6-7 billion people right now, and in 200 years it will increase by 15 times nearly before the day of judgment, inshallah. Now, inshallah, I'm not saying it will or what, I don't know what, but that's the predicted forecast by Rashid Khalifa, Dr. Khalifa. So when you talk about you can fool some people sometime, you couldn't fool all the people all the time. You got to think about who is some and who is all, and it says that those who disbelieve in God have incurred the condemnation of all the people. That's what it says. Something like that to that effect in the Quran. Now, have all the people, well, not some of the people. It depends. Because some people think time is now. Some people think positive and negative means that metal is heavy, and metal is conducive, and metal you can use it for electronic things. But in the future, sometime, what if positive became negative and negative became positive? What if we, instead of looking down on black people and black people being given the worst jobs, given having the worst treatment, not having access to money or anything, and living really impoverished lives, and everyone thinking, what would be better, and everyone striving to be white supremacists, try to increase the fairness of our colour, so that we can be more competitive with the hegemony of the white people, over us, and that's what it means. And what if positive became negative and negative became positive? What if white man became weaker than ever, and disgraced and degraded and outcasted and totally annihilated, and a black man became strong? Black people became strong. I'm black, because I am black, and because everyone who I know calls me black, they think I'm black. They go nigger, and this American kid who come from America called me backbiting, using terms like nigger and cunt. And that's how they do it. They backbite and they attack you from the back because they know we have all the strength in our heads, but they attack you back from the back, and they just keep using bad words against you, just behind your back. So you get demonized. So you keep going back into a focus of thoughts, and poisoning your mind, just like this mental health system poisons your mind. Now I know like Saddam Hussein, who beat all their sanctions and all their UN control systems and all their wars that they fought against Iraq, and when he was just about to prosper, they killed him, and then caused a mass suffering of the Iraqi people, which goes unheard of right now, And all they want to tell you about is how the marketplaces are full of people, and they all got loads of food and things like that, and a lot of things to sell and buy and sell. That's just a capitalist illusion of happiness, or that you prosper. That's just an illusion, because to them, their masjid is a supermarket. That's what they worship. They worship the commodities and the food and all these things that they sell and buy and sell. For them, that's what they worship. But what we worship is through our tongues and through our speech, through our soul. We don't sell our souls. They sell their souls. What is a soul? Soul is what's breathing inside you. It's what you use to speak with. It's eternal. So when you sell your soul, you're using words to try and win people over to your side. and to win people over. Whereas we don't compulse people to believe or not believe. There's no compulsion. Whereas in America there's a lot of compulsion. It's hard as rock. People are forced into, can't swear back at the system because the system's got a Star Wars defense system, which means that any present moment assault, any verbal assault or swearing at the system is rebounding back in your face. That's why white man's a terrorist. You know what I mean? The white man's a terrorist. The white man's not a terrorist. White man's a tyrant. You know, white man's just a tyrant. You know, that's what it meant. Because that's why white man talks out of his ass. That's why he's got all the jobs. White man talks with his balls. Because that's what Freud talks about. Instead of talking with your head, you know, talking from your mouth, and your mouth is clean because you don't use it for swearing, abusing and blaspheming and insulting other people, God's creation, because it's clean. And who are the clean? Bani Israel are the clean. Children of Israel are the clean. The Semites are the clean. The believers in God are the clean. But they don't have. They can't recite the Quran. They can't recite the Quran with a mouth that's been so filthy and evil and disgusting and cheap and hating everything. So they just you know, try and use other people who are reverent and try and speak to them. But then God doesn't allow such things like that. No burden, no soul bears a burden on others. So white man is a tyrant. Remember that, white man's a tyrant. He's got Star Wars defense mechanisms, so anytime you attack it verbally, it just keep him hitting you back until you lose your head. Or you stop talking, you submit, and they're still hard as rock. That's why they're called hard as rock. What's the easy as 1, 2, 3? Peace be upon you.